Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are out here at Elizabeth Township Park near Lidditz, PA. And today I'm doing something I think is going to be really fun. We're taking a look at every Streamline disc. So Streamline, if you don't know, is MVP's non-overmold brand. And they are expanding the molds that they have, but they're limited right now. There are 2 putters, 2 mid-ranges, 2 slow-speed fairway drivers, 2 9-speed fairway drivers, and then 2 fast speed, or one's 11 speed. I think the other one is a 13 speed, or maybe it's just another 11 speed. I'm not actually sure. I'll have to look up this up. But we're gonna go from the putters to the mids to the fairways to the distance drivers. I have cones out here, which you can kind of see that they're layered. The closest one is 250, the farthest one is 400. I'm gonna get an idea of how far they go for me. We have a little bit of a left to right wind, which is good for distance. And I'm just gonna rip on these and see what they do. And I'm gonna show you what they look like on hyzer, on flat, on anhyzer, and see which ones you think would go well in your bag. Right now, I bag a stabilizer and a echo, which are the putter and the mid, and I'm on and off with the trace, so you'll get to see a look at those. But I'm really excited to do this, and let me know in the comments what you guys think, which ones you like and which ones you bag for what reasons. Let's get started. I'm really excited. Let's go. So guys, I'm trying out something new. You might have seen in one of my last videos, if you watched, I did the Hex review. There's like country music playing in the background. I did not put that music on, and I looked this up. Your cords for your mics can pick up radio frequency. So I didn't realize that. Part of the learning curve of all of this. And I looked up what to do about it, and I got these pieces. They are clip-on ferrite ring core, or ferrite, however you say that. So that's supposed to block the transmission, so hopefully I'm not picking up any radio waves and you can actually just listen to what's going on and not be disturbed by that. I'm really hoping this works. All right, thanks. All right guys, here they are. We're gonna start with the 2 putters, the Pilot and the Stabilizer. Moving on to the 2 mid-ranges that Streamline has, the Echo and the Runway. Then we move on to the 2 fairway drivers, low speed. I have 1 prototype Ascend and 2 drifts, 1 cosmic, 1 neutron. Moving on to the 9 speeds, I have a special edition proton lift and a neutron lift. The more overstable flare, 1 cosmic, 1 neutron. And then my personal favorite is the trace. I have a cosmic, I have a neutron, and I have a plasma. And then last but not least is the special edition Proton Jet. I just picked this up from Bomb Burgers. Shout out Bomb Burgers. All right, here they are, guys. Let's get going. Let's get to it. Hey guys, if you're gonna watch this video, please like and subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. If you bag one of these or are thinking about it, comment about it, let me know. I try to get back to everybody. Let's go. First up is the Pilot. We're gonna start with the Proton first. Haven't really warmed up, so now we have a little bit. It's still left to right. I'm just gonna try these, throw these first ones flat. All right, I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit. Right past 250. Get it up a little bit higher for some more glide. We're gonna try the cosmic one. That one got to about 300. All right, so the Stabilizer. Oh, I should be going over the numbers. I'm gonna put up the numbers for the Pilot. I'm gonna talk about the numbers for the rest of them. So Stabilizer, 3.5, 0.3. So it's an overstable putter. And the Cosmic Plastic to me is even more overstable. I'm gonna try and put these flat. Just under 300 feet. I'll put some hyzer on this to show its stability. really reliable fade. Probably around 260-ish, 270-ish. All right, going to the Echo, the new Circuit Challenge mid-range. I believe they're coming out with the Proton one soon, and hopefully they do, because this made my bag pretty instantly when I threw it. To me, it's like a dead straight mid-range. The numbers, I believe, are 5.5, neg 1.51 is what they're giving it. But to me, it's more like a 5.5 or 5.6, 0.5. All right, a little bit of hyzer. I expect it to go over 300. Yep, just over 300. That's kind of what I use it for. I even threw that one a little high. I do have like a slight gradient up. It's like a soccer field that is built on levels for drainage. So it's not much, but it is a little bit up. So I'll try to keep this one a little bit lower and try and get a little bit more distance out of it. That should do it. Yeah, probably 320, 330. All right, the Runway. When this came out, I wasn't too hyped on it because I love the pyro. That's my main disc. So this didn't really have a place in my bag. But if you like more of the Streamline, non-overmold stuff, this to me, I believe, is kind of like a pyro. So the numbers are 5.4, 0, 3.5. So we're gonna go with the regular Neutron first. I'm gonna throw it flat. Again, a little left to right wind. See if we can get it to 300. Ooh, it's stable. Didn't get it to 300. I threw it a little up in the air. I would say right out of the bat, it's a little bit more overstable than the new pyros coming out. So perhaps it's in between a pyro and the deflector. Let's put a tiny bit of flex on it. Yeah, that's pretty overstable. That was more overstable than I was expecting it to be. Once that beats in, it'll probably fly more like a brand new pyro. Maybe not, maybe it's more overstable than that, but interesting. It's an interesting flight. Guys, the other thing I have to give a shout out to is the MVP pod. Whether you're doing field work or you're doing putting practice, this thing is just awesome to have. It's a nice little tool. It holds, let's see how many discs I actually have in here right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And I could probably get another 6, so I'm gonna say 24 to 25 discs. So shout out to MVP for making the MVP pod. Get yours at a retailer. Okay, so I have a disc review on this. If you wanna know more about this, go check that out. I also just have a disc review on the Echo right now. So this is the Ascend. It's a very understable fairway driver. I think it's good for rollers and it's good for woods. So for this disc, I pretty much have to throw it on a hyzer to get it to go anywhere if I'm throwing with a power. I just let it low. I hit a cone. My fault. Next time will be better. Moving on to the drift. It is a 7-speed, 7.5 neg 2.1. When these first came out, I didn't get too much into these either, but I like the width of the disc. I currently use the Crave for, I think, this kind of a slot. So, however, I know a lot of people who like these. All right, start with the Neutron. I won't try to rip on it too hard. I just kind of want to see what it does. Try and throw it flat. Oh, it started to flex out on me, but that did like the name suggested, drift a little bit to the right, and it was gonna come out of it if that hill wasn't there. Let's try the same thing with the Cosmic one. I'll start a little bit more to the left. Over there. No. Too much, so I'm gonna be interested to throw that on a little bit even flatter. I think I might have started on Anheuser, but I tried to start them flat. What it's gonna fly like when I throw it on a hyzer, let it flip up. Okay, the lift. So I did bag a lift for a while. They went a lot farther than I thought they were going to do. So I bagged it for a while. I don't know what happened to it. I like to try new stuff, so that's just how it goes. Let's go with the Proton Special Edition lift. It's kind of, the thing I like about this is it's kind of gummy. So if you like gummy discs, the Proton Special Edition is the one for you. That left to right wind, but it's coming out of it. That's about 350. 350 without really a finish because of that hill. I gotta start these more to the left and let them kind of flip up and ride. This is one I would assume would go about 360, 370 for me. If I get a good one, 400. Ah, too much. Well, it rolled past 350. All right, I gotta be careful with that. I'm excited to throw these all again. I'll probably throw them each like 3 or 4 times, so if you want to stick around for that, please do. Now the flare, these are super overstable. The numbers are 9, 4, 0, 3.5. Start with the Neutron. I have to throw these on a little bit of Anheuser. So overstable. I mean, that's crazy. All right, we're gonna put this on a lot of Anheuser. That's nuts. That is a true, ridiculously overstable disc, meant for wind. If you flick really hard, you can put that in your bag, thumber, stuff like that. That's what I mainly see people throw them for. All right, let's go to the Trace. So the Trace, I don't have any ones with numbers on them, so I'll have to look it up. But it's mainly a neutral fairway, or a neutral distance driver, like 11.5, neg 1.2 is what I believe it is. Let's start with the Cosmic one first. Now I'm getting a little bit of a headwind. A little bit of a left to right headwind. These flights are a little tougher. Nice. So even with the headwind, it flipped up. It stalled out, but it went around 350. All right, the 2019 Circuit Challenge Neutron. Oh, that's flipping. I hope that stayed in view. That was a decent flight. The wind just kind of took it. Plasma. So this disc I took directly out of my bag. The one year I got on Jomez at Green Mountain Challenge, I didn't have any bogeys, and I was in the second round at Fox Run, and on hole 9 this flipped and went OB, and I took my first bogey because of this disc. But it's still a good disc. I'm salty about it. Okay, I didn't throw that one as hard because the other two flipped. Now the Jet, this is extremely understable. I do have a disc review of this. I did a giveaway, so I don't have this disc anymore. Those are both Neutron. I am thinking this is gonna be just as flippy, so I'm gonna have to really throw this on a hyzer. I think the numbers are, I think it's an 11. It's either an 11 or a 13. It feels like an 11, so I'm gonna go with 11.5, neg 3.2, something like that, maybe neg 4.2. Here it is, here's what it actually is. All right, a lot of hyzer. Yeah, I mean, that flips like crazy. So it's kind of hard to get distance with this headwind, and I'm not used to throwing these discs, so let's go try it again. All right, so that first run through, when I set up, this was a left to right wind, not a headwind. So now it's shifted to a headwind. It's a little bit tougher to get distance. It's a little uphill. I'm gonna add like 10 to 15 feet per throw. The traces, the one trace got to a little bit over 400 feet. The putters were getting up to 300 feet, a little bit less than that. Like the flares were actually funny because they didn't even get to 300 feet because they're so overstable. But now that I'm warmed up, we'll try and get some better throws. Start with the Pilot again, Proton. Goal is to get putters more than 300. Well, a little more stable than I thought. Put a little anhyzer on this one. Another Pilot. Right around 3. It kind of reminds me of like a domier, like a in between an Envy and a Proxy. Stabilizer. A little bit before 3. Put it a little too high. Let's try that again. Yep, right before 3. All right. Echoes. I just love that thing. Look how straight it goes. Past 300. I love them. You have to try these. This might be my favorite Streamline disc. Little finish at the end. Very similar shot. Almost to 350. I would say probably like 330, maybe 340 because of the uphill. All right, the Runway. This is gonna take a lot more power than I thought. I'm gonna try it on a pretty good anhyzer, see how it fights out of it. Yeah, it fights. That might have gotten to 3, but I don't think so. Wind's kind of died down. Let's try another anhyzer shot. Like a lot. I'm gonna try to put a lot. It's so overstable. I need even more. That was like not enough. All right, I'm gonna throw this one better for you guys, I promise. There you go. You can see what that disc does. Yep. I put a lot of hyzer on it. It just flips up and rides. It doesn't just crumble over, but it'll flip up and ride nice for you, kind of pan out. Next run in, I'm gonna do one more throw of each one. I'll throw that one on a roller, see if I can get a good one off for you. All right, the drift. Start with the Neutron one. More hyzer than last time. Nice. You know, that was kind of like the Ascend. It was a little similar. Maybe I need to put more hyzer on it. All right, the Cosmic one. Or maybe the wind just picked up there. But yeah, there's headwind right there. A lot of hyzer. I actually got a good flight out of it. Almost a 350. That kind of reminded me of a Crave. I just had to put so much hyzer on it though. So maybe for a lower arm speed that works out great. And if you're higher arm speed, good for the woods if you like the non-overbolt. Still, I need to take breaths. All right, the lift. Stay up. Stay up. Yeah, I think that got to 350, probably more. Again, add 10, 15 feet for the elevation, whatever that may be. I don't know how to calculate that. How do you calculate that? Like for every degree you're throwing up, how many feet does that take away? Is it like 1 degree, 10 feet? I don't know. I really don't. Tiny bit of, like I'm gonna try to release this one more flat. I don't know if you can see that far, but it just way off to the right. Wind kind of picked up. See, I see the wind afterwards. Now it's right to left. It's just kind of swirling around here. There's a cornfield out there. There's a farm over there. Houses over there. So there's not really a lot blocking the wind. Now the flare. Let's really try and crank back on this one. I'm not even trying for distance. I'm literally just trying for angle control at this point. I mean, I got it to go 250. It's a challenge to throw this thing over 300. Now they're brand new. Maybe you have beat in ones that don't dive bomb as fast as that, but that was nuts. Okay, a lot of anhyzer, like almost a roller. That didn't work. That was probably the worst throw. All right. Neutron trace. More hyzer on this one than last time. That's a lot of headwind. Yeah. Man, that's disappointing. Same thing. It's just what that headwind does. It's disappointing. It sucks. And if I went to I did have this set up on the other side, but the way the sun was positioned, I was really dark. So I flipped it because also the wind was more favorable at the time. I know, boo-hoo me. Whoa. Oh my gosh. That wasn't good either. That's why I'd rather throw overstable discs flat in the wind with nose down instead of having to throw these on a hyzer, trusting that doesn't flip up too much or too little. More controlled. Wow. All right, jet. A lot of hyzer, more hyzer. I feel like I keep having to say that. Oh yeah, come on. Oh, what wind is out there? That should have kept flipping. I kind of let go on that one, or kind of let back in case the wind flipped it. All right, let's go take a look at what's out there, and we'll do it one more time. All right, now, obviously, I'm not the farthest throwing player. I've had some injuries, so getting a disc to go over 400 feet is a good shot for me right now. Again, there's a headwind, a little uphill. I'm happy to get these to go 350 right now, and I'm just gonna let you know where these are. But as far as the Streamline lineup goes, so far, the ones I really like, I used to putt with the Pilots. I moved on to Proxies, I like those better. I just got a stabilizer and I bagged that. The entropy is a little bit too much. and I go in between a proxy and an entropy. Stabilizer works for me. Let's see what else. The Echo is never leaving my bag. I absolutely love it. The Runway is an interesting flight for me right now because the deflector's too much. I have a very Overstable Circuit Series Pyro that I love, and that kind of fills the Overstable mid-range roll. And then I have a newer Pyro, which is not as Overstable, but the Echo, again, dead straight flight. The Ascend, too flippy for me. The Lift and the Drift, I have those slots filled. The Trace might go back in the bag, not sure. And the Jet's just way too flippy for me. Again, let me know what you think in the comments, and we're gonna do this one more time. Okay, so that's a flare, didn't get it 300. These putters, Pilot, Runway, almost 300. Stabilizers, almost 300. Let's see here. The Echoes, look at these. They landed right next to each other. This is why I love this disc so much. I cannot wait for this to come out. These are almost at 350, uphill in a headwind, fly dead straight, land right next to each other. I just know this disc, I love it. Some of these discs I didn't get the best flights out of, so the drift, don't blame the disc, blame me, blame the wind. The Trace and the Jet are over there around 350. I didn't get the best flights out of those. Sorry guys. What's up here? The Ascend, which I got a decent flight out of, but it's only a 7-speed, guys, or a 6-speed or something like that. And it went over 300, and it's uphill here. And then there is a Lift over there, which, they're building new, they put in new sod, I guess, for the goalkeeper spot. Lift over there, and that was gonna be the farthest one. So this wind is killing me right now. All right guys, I reversed the field. I'm sick of looking like a chump in this headwind, so I changed it to a right to left tailwind. Let's just rip them out there. I got cones out there. They'll probably be somewhere between like 380 and 390 from where I'm throwing right now. So we're gonna get one to go for, I promise you. Start with the Pilots. Yeah, it's already better. That already feels better. Wind makes a big difference, guys. Nice, I'll range those and I'll let you know what those are and what I feel comfortable throwing them in, distance-wise. All right, stabilizer. I'm gonna throw one on a hyzer, one on an anhyzer. Reliable, safe. One on an anhyzer. And it'll fight out. I love that flight, I love it. I love that I can put it flat and I know that it's not gonna dump over at all. It'll either go straight or it'll come back to the left. All right, Runway. One flat, one on anhyzer. Pretty beefy. All right, one on anhyzer. That was a good flight. I got everything out of that. I'm very happy with the angle release. All right, my favorite disc, Echo. Yep, love the Echo. I know I say it every time. All right, tiny bit of anhyzer. Yeah, it just rides the anhyzer. Look at that, if you can. Hopefully it wasn't off screen. Ascend. It shouldn't be as flippy. I know I said I was gonna roll it, but I'm not with this wind. Actually, you know what? I am, I'll roll it. Ooh. It's a good roller disc. That wind, right to left wind, kind of just scoops under it and pushes it. All right, the drift. Interested to see what it does in this wind. Now, that was kind of a headwind. What the heck? And that's kind of a tailwind. Okay, just a little swirly. And the right to left will push it. Way different than in a headwind. I'll try to put this a little flatter. Fight. Yeah. Oh! That rode the wind just right. The drift went over 4. That was interesting. I wasn't expecting that. How'd your round go? Good. Good. All right, back to the flare. Ridiculously overstable, even more now in a tailwind, right to left, so more Anheuser. I might have actually got it to go over 3. Just gotta keep it low. I see a lot of people forehand roll it, so let's try it. This crosswind's not good for that though. Whatever, we're gonna try it anyway. If you're gonna roll a flare, you have to start it up and down. That's what I learned on that. All right, lifts. I'm expecting this to go farther than the drift. We'll find out. Didn't. The drift went farther. That's weird. Let's try again. Too much Anheuser. Throwing Anheuser in a right to left tail as a backhand, it just kills it. All right, 3 traces. If the drift is the farthest thing I throw out of this, I'll be upset. I'll start with the Cosmic. Not farther than the drift. All right. Too high. Wind is tough. All right, last chance. Too high. It's not getting over. The jet should get over. How did the drift win? The drift won. It must have just caught the perfect wind. All right, guys, if you made it this far, please like, please subscribe. Again, my favorite discs are the Stabilizer and definitely the Echo. Go check out the Echo. And if any of those you liked, go check them out at your local retailer. Thank you, MVP. Thank you, Streamline. And thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Later.